Thinking about buying a home in Flower Mound, but worried that you might overpay? That's exactly how a family felt that we just recently helped. They wanted to move up, they needed more space, they wanted a better lifestyle, but they were really concerned about how the market felt right now. They didn't want to make a bad financial decision. Well, in this video, we're going to show you exactly the steps that they took to buy with confidence and how you can know if a home is really worth the price in this market.
Here's what's throwing the buyers off right now. First and foremost, the prices still seem high to the buyers compared to what is being offered of value in the homes that they're looking at. The market isn't crazy like it was during COVID, so not every home seems like or feels like a good deal. And the interest rates are making the monthly payment feel a little tight. So the big question is, how do you know if you feel like you're about to overpay or if you're getting a good deal in today's market?
Well, we're Bret and Molly Chance, owners of a boutique brokerage right here in Flower Mound, and we've been helping families upgrade for over 2 decades, making sure that they have the right plan in place, the steps to take so they can buy with confidence and peace of mind. And we want to do the same for you. We're going to walk you through how this family made a smart move and how this market might actually be a window of time for you to do the same. So let's get into it. Bret, tell us more about this family, what their needs were, and then the steps that you took to walk them through this.
Well, this family was a growing family. They had a young son with another one potentially on the way, plus the fact they worked both full time. And they're just looking for more space and just really to upgrade their lifestyle. And their current home just was not meeting their needs anymore.
So what was the first step that you took them through?
The first step was really sitting down and creating a really good game plan for them before they even started to look at new homes. This way they could figure out, okay, how do we time everything and make a very smart decision based upon how much they could afford versus when and the time the sell of their current property, and also really finding out what their needs are in their next property so that way they can really enjoy their new home to fit the lifestyle that they were looking for.
They were concerned about, they didn't want to put their home on the market first and then not have the right home because they definitely wanted to make sure they had certain requirements they had on this new home and they wanted to find it first. And so, I think the game plan is so critical that so many people miss so often, and that they wind up not getting a great deal sometimes because they didn't take the proper steps in the proper order. So
that, and they also don't know what options are available to them to be able to do all that, because we've got 2 to 3 different ways to be able to help families go ahead and be able to buy first before they sell their current home. That way it's reducing the stress of putting their home on the market, getting under contract, and then like, oh, can we find something really that we really love that makes this worth it? So that really, by doing that, it really takes away a lot of the stress and the headache of the whole process.
So if you're considering making a move up in Flower Mound, I would strongly suggest, sit down, get a game plan first, reach out to us. We'd be glad to walk you through that. Bret is a master at this, and after doing it for 2 decades. Yeah. So just reach out and it's just a quick, like 20-30 minute strategy call just to find it helps give so much clarity. Our clients actually love it because it just it helps them to settle in to know, oh, okay, I have a plan now. Here's my steps that I take. And so after that, what was the second step that you took them through?
So what we did, we matched them up with a lender that really understood their needs, that was a great match for them, to be able to help them realize what was the best loan program for them, not only help them save money now, but also help them save money down the road as well.
And he had special programs, several, I think, to know how to buy first and whether that was a good deal for them or not. So then what was the next step after getting the right lender?
We help them understand the real estate market, because it's not just based upon the price of the home, but we're also looking at, how long the home has been on the market, what are the comparable sales around there to know, okay, what is a good deal, whether or not it's in a super great condition or not, because some of the properties aren't. Those are some potential hidden gems to be able to really get a good equity position on those.
But understanding the numbers in the market, I think, is a huge one that so many people miss and don't understand. It's not just about going and look at pretty houses and opening doors and walking in and going, "Ooh, I just love this one." That's part of it, but you have to really look at the numbers to know, is this a good deal or not, and know how to structure that.
Exactly, because the last part of that is really knowing how to negotiate the deal. And when we go in and we have the plan and we know the numbers, that gives us a strong footing and negotiation position to get them the best deal. So that way they're feeling really good and happy about their new home. And that has worked from time and time again.
It gives them such peace of mind because they already understand their numbers of what they're looking to do with their budget. Then when you're looking at the market numbers and going, hey, yeah, this home, this is a good deal for you. Or, hey, you know what? I've heard you on the phone so many times tell people, hey, I can't advise you to move forward on this property. This is not a good deal for you. And, sometimes it's hard for them to hear that. But,
Hmm.
but you have to protect their interest or else they're going to be in a bad financial way.
Yeah, because I'm looking at so many different factors. It's not just based upon the price and the comps, but I'm also looking at the surrounding areas. Does the property really fit for that area? Are there other factors that are going to really be a hindrance when they go to resell? Because I'm looking at the property of how easy is it going to be resell whenever they call us back to resell it, and making sure they capture the most amount of money that they can on the resale side as well.
Yeah, I know recently you just helped a buyer of ours. They were looking at a beautiful home that had a lot of the features that they wanted. It had been updated, but as you dug into the numbers and that neighborhood and the surrounding neighborhoods and the area, you said, "Hey, this is not." There was some new construction going on down the street, and you said, "Hey,
Hmm.
this is not going to be a good deal for you, even though it's a beautiful home." And it helped them a lot.
Oh yeah, it definitely helped give them clarity to realize, okay, it wasn't that big of a deal. Because here's the thing, in a hot real estate market, that covers up a lot of mistakes of pricing and all that. When the market comes back to more normal of a balanced market that we're in now, those decisions that were made then, those are the issues that are popping up now, and that's when people are getting caught.
So we mentioned earlier about this potentially being a window of opportunity for buyers. Like, are we crazy for saying that? Explain why we feel like there is a window of opportunity right now.
There is a huge window of opportunity right now, because I know that the market feels a little crazy right now. But what we're seeing is the market's trying to go back to more normalcy. And we haven't seen a normal market in several years. So buyers and even some of the agents aren't for sure what is truly going on. Well, where we've got more homes on the market right now, the buyers have more choices to pick from. Not only that, then a lot of the sellers are willing to negotiate on a transaction. And before they didn't have to, but now if they're wanting to sell, there's going to be some give and take with that. The other part of that is where a lot of the buyers have pulled out of the market of buying. They're just sitting on the sidelines waiting for the interest rates to drop. When they do, they're going to come back in. Well, when that happens is we're going to see a lot more competition coming in with the buyers, and that's going to be pushing the pricing up.
And why is it that you feel like there's buyers out there right now?
Because right now, the National Bankers Association is showing we've got 30% more loan applications or pre-qualification have come in from this time last year. So that's telling us we've got a huge pent-up demand. In fact, the numbers are staggering. There's actually more pre-qualified buyers right now in today's market than there are real estate transactions that are projected to happen this year. So we know there's a huge demand out there. So the problem is for the people that are waiting to see what's going to happen with the interest rates and all that, they are missing out. Because the thing is, none of us can time the market, and that's what they're trying to do, and none of us can, unfortunately.
And the other part of this is even though prices are leveling off now, people are saying, oh, they're dropping, but they're not dropping. They're actually leveling off and they're continuing to slowly creep up. And so appreciation is still happening. It's just not at the crazy high double digit rates that we saw over the past several years. It's going to a more normal kind of a snail's pace, but the home prices are not going down.
Yeah, and that's at an overall number. Now, there are some pockets where you can really get a better deal than other areas, but overall, we're still in a very strong, healthy market.
In Flower Mound, I know we are in a seller's market
Mm-hmm.
in most price ranges, I believe. And the thing is, you have to know your market
Mm-hmm.
and you have to have an agent that understands how to read the market because unfortunately, we're hearing from other agents right now that, I know I've heard you on the phone with calling other listing agents asking, about potentially putting in an offer for a buyer. And it blows my mind how they're trying to explain away this high price number that they're at that does not have anything to do with actual market data. It's just because they've thrown a number up there, and no appraiser is going to be able to back that number. And unfortunately, that seller's not going to wind up selling unless they get actually to a market price that makes sense. So we're seeing that right now, but there's great opportunity for buyers to get a good deal right now. It's just, I think taking the fear out of that is understanding the numbers.
100%. You got to know the numbers. Yeah, the lower markets are performing very well. The upper market, yes, there are some sluggish parts in there. And the buyers are looking online to homes like we all do, over 90% are, and they're seeing a lot of price reductions, and they're wondering, okay, what is truly going on? Well, it's that thing of they decide to price it at a number, their introductory price. Well, the market wasn't pulling that number because the market was not being read properly. So now they're finally getting to where it needs to be at some point. And those are some great opportunities to get at regardless of what price range that somebody is looking at.
So this family that we recently helped, they found their dream home. They didn't overpay, and they were able to sell their current home as well. And they did it with peace of mind because they had a plan. If you're looking to make a move up in Flower Mound, reach out. We'd love to help you, meet with you. Bret would love to talk with you. Just a discovery call so that you can have that plan that's going to give you peace of mind and know that you're getting the best deal out there.